So this is a Q&A lesson. John wrote an email in asking about practicing ornaments when you're learning a piece. Because the piece is usually played slower when you're learning something, do you add the ornaments or right away? Or what do you do? And in particular, he was mentioning trills. So my first comment is to make sure you listen to a lot of Baroque music so that you hear ornamentation a lot and you understand kind of what's acceptable and what's kind of not in the different time periods. And then you'll have a better idea, right? And remember that ornamentation is very flexible, so you don't have to add it, and it shouldn't take away from the music. It should only add something extra to the music. It's kind of like when I talk to the kids about this, I talk about a Christmas tree. You can hang as many ornaments on the tree as you want, but it's still a Christmas tree, and that's the shape, and that's what you have. So my first piece of advice is to play the piece without ornamentation. Just make sure you're playing in time, especially in Renaissance and Baroque works. You usually have a strong sense of the pulse in dances, and you want to just make sure that your pulse is really secure and that all your notes are within the beat properly, right? So practice your pieces like that. And then my next comment is that if you're talking about playing ornamentation, whether you can do it when you're playing slowly, just remember that in the Baroque era, there's lots of different dances that exist. Some are fast, very fast, and some are very, very slow. So later in the Baroque, like some of the sarabands are very, very, very much slower. And so you can add ornamentation to those slow movements and it sounds great. So it's not really about speed so much. But for an example, I just posted that video of the Kellner, which you can go see on my site or the YouTube. And if you're playing it at full speed, then a trill at the end might be. Now, if I was going much slower, because I'm learning the piece or something, you can see like the trill is actually almost pretty much the same speed. But you get more sustain out of the end of the note. Usually in the Baroque, not all the time, but usually at cadential moments in the Baroque era, the note that you're trilling with is the auxiliary note above. So in this case, the written note is G sharp, but you're trilling with the A, G sharp, A, G sharp. And so you're going to get more G sharp at the end. There's lots of different types of ornaments you could do and lots of ways to play the trill. Some trills are just like really fast and then you get a long final note. Some are extended a little bit, where the accented non-chord tone gets a little bit of length and then you execute the trill after that. So there's lots of different ways to play these ornaments as well. So it doesn't really matter whether you're going slow or you're going fast. You can insert those. And then my second comment, of course, is that all your ornaments are probably going to change depending on what speed you're going. So what you chose when you're going slower might not be appropriate for what comes later. But remember that lots of ornamentation is supposed to be kind of improvisatory. Now, these days it's not so much. We usually kind of really work out where our ornaments are going to be. But nevertheless, you can change it. It should, and originally it would have been kind of improvisatory. So they can change over time. It shouldn't be too set in stone what you're going to do. And then as you pick up speed and you're learning the piece, you might add more ornamentation or take away some if the piece is too busy and hard to handle. Like some parts in this piece. some of those ornaments, like those little scale runs that I threw into that second passage, they're a little tricky. And so if I went any faster, I might not be able to throw them in. And so when I'm learning a piece, I might be able to do them. But if my top speed is any faster than what I just did, I won't be able to add them any longer. So I'll take them out. So my comment to you is mainly just focus on your playing and playing straight on the beat and your rhythmic feel and your pulse. And then your ornamentations will work with that. And as you pick up speed, you can change it later. So I hope that helps, John. Thanks a lot.